These words have a lot more depth than you think. I'll be as transparent as I can for my intentions of this video. I want to help you get rid of the bad things in your life and to help you pursue the good things that you dream of. It won't be your typical do this, do that kind of video where I tweak your brain, but in truth I just hope to open your eyes to a few interesting ideas. I was watching a video where they were interviewing an OnlyFans model, girl, whatever. And they asked her, would you like it? How would you feel if your parents saw what you were doing? Do you hide it from them? What do you think that they think of it? She gave a somewhat vague answer, and afterwards they asked her, how would you feel if your parents were subscribed and consuming the content that you were releasing? She was reluctant to say the answer because she knew it was some sort of trap, and she essentially said disgusting. I paused the video and thought about the interesting experiment I had just witnessed, and then I started to write down my thoughts. And then the words came to me, if you aren't proud of it, don't do it. I looked at it from a different lens of the OnlyFans model girl example, and then I extended it to pretty much everything that makes us in our journey through life. Our hobbies, our career, our decisions in life. If they are things that we keep away from the people that we care of, or even just strangers in general, it is not things that we should really do. Now, at first thought, if somebody was to say, if you're not proud of something, stop doing it, you may start to think about bad hobbies. For example, you wouldn't speak to your parents about how you masturbate or you jack off and you watch pornography. You wouldn't exactly flaunt that you eat bad food, you're not consistent with your gym routine, and that you don't really strive for anything to impress a lady or a guy. You wouldn't exactly say that you watch anime every day and play video game every day for hours. And this is the kind of common response if you think, alright, something I shouldn't do. But what about if we take hobbies aside and we think more about career? This is where I extended it as I was journaling. Me, for example, I used to have this channel as more of a hobby, right? I made videos and it was like a journal for me, and it was fun, but I didn't really want to talk to people about it until some people found me, and then it got shared, and then more people found out, and I made a video about how I started to then talk to people about my channel, and I stopped hiding from it. I believe the video I made about it was called something like Embrace Your Passions or something like that. It was just a hobby for me back then, and then as I started to embrace it and becoming more proud and no longer hiding the things that I was doing, I decided that I really liked this, and I doubled down, and now I'm trying to do it on a bigger scale than before. Now, the reason that I want to talk about this is because just how with this woman that is not proud of doing OnlyFans but is still doing it, I know many people that hate their jobs, hate the things that they do, are not proud of their lifestyles and trajectory in life. They are stuck in some job that they don't really like. Me, for example, I had an agency and I didn't want to talk to people about it, but I didn't stop to think, if I don't want to talk about it, and obviously I don't like doing it, why am I still doing it? I have a choice, do I not? And I get it, a lot of people won't have that choice. You'll be stuck working somewhere else and you have no way out. However, in that case, do not be defined by what is temporary and consider those things in your head temporary. Let's say that you are working a part-time job or / full-time job somewhere, yet you have another endeavor that you're trying to rise up and make a big thing. If somebody comes into your life that you're about to enter some sort of partnership with or whatever, they ask you, what do? Do not be afraid to say things how they are, but how they really are, not how they appear. You could say, for example, I'm working here at the moment, to get myself by, but this is what I want to do, and this is why I invest my spirit in, and do not hide away from that thing. I have many friends that started making music and at first were very reluctant of making it public and sharing it with other people, but that's your art, that's your work right there. Share it with other people. Take more pride and make the thing more real in your world. If you make it more real, it will become more real too. If you're doing something that you don't like to do, look for a way out. Look for a lifestyle that you can bear with an open chest and with pride. If it is a matter of being timid, like, I'm doing this but I'm shy about it, don't be shy. You're doing it so that you can get recognition, so that other people can see it or use it if you're creating something. So don't limit your potential and don't run away or cower from the public. If no matter what, you really can't bring yourself to become public about the things that you harbor in your heart, stop doing them. Because in truth, it's not that you're shy, it's that you're ashamed. And if you're ashamed, you shouldn't be doing it. Now, as for the hobbies and all of these things, if you aren't proud of playing video games, don't do it. Let's take myself for an example, because There's no one else here. Let's put myself in a situation, I guess. Let's say I was meeting up with a girl, which I wouldn't do, just to clarify. I'm looking for marriage only, but anyway. And that I'm trying to appeal to this girl. I wouldn't hide aspects of myself just because I am not proud of them. For example, let's say that she's like a very normal girl. I wouldn't just not tell her, like consciously avoid not talking about anime just because I'm afraid of what she might say. No, if it is something that I am not proud of doing or announcing to the person that I am with, I am either doing the wrong thing or with the wrong crowd. So if you're with the wrong crowd, depart from that crowd. If you're doing the wrong thing, quit it. Question yourself about the things that you are proud of, the things that you are not proud of, the things that you want to hide away from, and the things that you would love to show to the world. Now, there's something dangerous about this practice, and that is that we will a lot of the times share things that we believe will give us some sort of status in society, but not necessarily things that we like. We may, for example, take pride in the fact that we got this brand new car, that's the latest brand and super expensive, and we want it because of a competition. But in reality, it may not be something that you really care about. So avoid these kind of mistakes where you're just showing off because you think it will give you some sort of social status or credit, but rather take pride in your efforts, in the things that you genuinely work for and aim and strive for. Tell people nerdy stuff about nutrition if you're learning it and you're like passionate about the topic. Talk to people about your religion if it's very important to you, or about your culture if you're very patriotic. But always question your intentions. Do not do it for the sake of pleasing others, but only for the sake of staying true to yourself. And remember, if you aren't proud of it, don't do it. I hope you liked the video. I love you. Strive to be 1% better every day, and much love. Quick reminder to fix your posture and take deep breaths into your diaphragm from your nose.